Hey future scientists, welcome back to another lighting session of 3D questions from STEAMspirations. I'm Mr. Lara, here to guide you through the fascinating principles of light and its interactions with different materials. Today, we're examining how light behaves when it encounters various objects. For those of you who need a quick recap or joining us for the very first time, click the link at the top right corner for additional resources. So let's go ahead and dive into today's hands-on experiment. We've prepared a scenario where a student uses a flashlight to shine a beam of light on 3 different objects. This will help us understand how light can be reflected, absorbed, or refracted depending on the materials it encounters. Here's a quick recap. Remember, light can interact with objects in various ways. Reflection occurs when light bounces off a surface. Absorption happens when light is taken in by the material. And refraction is the bending of light as it passes through a different medium. Here's your task. Observe the diagram and think about how the light beam will behave when it strikes each object. Here's your question for part A. Which table correctly describes what happens to the light beam as it interacts with each object? Select 2 correct answers. Answer choice F. Object 1, scattered. Object 2, absorbed. Object 3, reflected. Quick tip. Think about how different materials interact with light. Which materials scatter, absorb, or reflect light? G. Object 1, refracted. Object 2, absorbed. Object 3, reflected. So go ahead and consider the behavior of light when it passes through transparent or translucent objects. Does it refract? H. Object 1, reflected. Object 2, absorbed. Object 3, refracted. So go ahead and reflect on how light typically interacts with shiny surfaces versus opaque materials. J. Object 1, absorbed. Object 2, refracted. Object 3, scattered. Here's a quick tip. Think about the possibility of light being absorbed by certain objects and refracted by others. Does this make sense for all objects? Choose your answers and proceed to part B. Here's your question for part B. Based on your understanding from part A, how does the behavior of light in the scenario apply to real-world applications? Select 2 correct answers. A. It helps in designing materials for better lighting and visibility. Here's a quick tip. Think about how the principles of light interactions are used in creating materials for optimal lighting. B. It explains how different objects can be used to manipulate light for various purposes. So for this answer choice, go ahead and reflect on the practical uses of reflection, absorption, and refraction in everyday life and technology. C. It shows how light can be controlled to reduce glare and enhance vision. Here's a quick tip. Consider how controlling light interactions can improve visual comfort and clarity. Answer choice D. It is crucial in understanding how light affects the energy efficiency of materials. For this answer choice, let's think about the broader implications of light absorption and reflection on energy use and efficiency. So go ahead and engage with the diagram. Reflect on how the interactions of light with different materials affects its path. This hands-on scenario is a practical application to deepen your understanding of light behavior and its interactions with various surfaces. As you observe the diagram, try to hypothesize about how different interactions of light with materials can be applied in fields like engineering, design, and environmental science. This activity will enhance your analytical skills, scientific reasoning, and problem-solving capabilities. Be sure to jot down your observations, decisions, and conclusions in your Level Up workbook. This exercise will expand your knowledge of physics and prepare you for more complex scientific questions. Keep watching our channel for more educational and insightful content. Let's continue to foster our passion for science and learning.